Hey guys, it's Storytime, and today I am back with another video. Today's video is going to be a story time. Yay, let's all shout and praise for the story time. This story time is going to be about my first date. Specifically how he brought his girl on the date. So this is when I was like a high school freshman, freshman. I was new to the school. I thought I was cute. I was like 15 or something. In my freshman year of high school, I had my very first serious boyfriend. We gonna call him Michael. So Michael was like, well, now that we're together and everything, let me take you on like a good date, something cool. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Let's go on a date. Date night. I'm all for it. So I'm very big into movies, and I really, really love action movies and stuff like that. So he was like, let's go see the new Captain America movie. So all that week, I'm telling all my friends, I'm like happy. I'm like, yeah, girl, we gonna have date night this weekend. We going to see Captain America, something like. And I'm just mentally preparing myself because I haven't even had a first kiss and all that stuff like that. So I'm hyped. So the day of the date, I am super excited. I'm getting dressed. I'm sitting in my room. I'm laid up. I'm ready. I'm waiting for him to call like I'm outside. So he finally pulls up to my house and he tells me to come outside, and I'm like, yeah, and I get in the car. We arrived to the movies and we're about to walk in, and so he was like, hold on, wait right here. I'm waiting at the little ticket booth or whatever, waiting in line because it's like a premiere of a movie. It's like the line is full. I'm just waiting in line so I can keep our spot. While I'm waiting in line, keeping our spot, I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, why did he just tell me to sit right here? Like, why am I keeping our spot? Like, is he about to surprise me? So I'm thinking it's like a surprise. I'm like, he finna like give me a gift or something. I don't know, he finna surprise me, And bitch, was I surprised. So when he comes walking back up, he's walking up with a person, and I was like, who that? There's this girl next to him. So in my head, I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm like, who is this like companion friend next to you? Like, this is date night. Like, I ain't been on one of these before, but damn, I'm pretty sure on TV they go alone. So this friend, we're gonna call her Stacy. So Stacy and him, they approach the line and they come up to me and they're like, hey, and she's like, hey, I'm Stacy, da 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 da. And I was like, hey, I'm Solomon. Hey. So then we finally make it to the front of the line and everything, and Stacy's just talking about her life, and I'm just still sitting here thinking like, who is this bride? So the little lady in the ticket box thing, person, glass window thing, whatever, she was like, how many tickets do you need, and blah 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 blah. And so he says 2. Okay, I guess whatever, we can just add her to date night, I guess. I don't know, whatever. So he grabs the tickets, and then him and Stacy walk like near the door, and I was like, bitch, what? Hold on. This is date. Why am I paying for a ticket? Now you can only imagine how upset I was. Like, first off, homegirl here, and I don't even know who she is. And second, I think I'm finna buy a ticket, and my ass don't even like going to the movies because the shit like $12.50. So at that point, it was like a true fight or flight moment, and I was like, bitch, do I leave, or do my little ass bought a ticket, a $12.50 ass ticket? Me, Michael, and Stacy, we walk into the movie theater building, and at this point, I'm really just not feeling it already, and I'm like, you know what, this basically isn't even a date. We just hanging out. We arrived to the actual movie, like the little Captain America showing or whatever, and so the movie theater is packed. Like, it was the premiere, and there were like no seats left. So we walked in across the little screen, and we're like counting seats, and there's like 1 seat at the bottom, and there's 2 seats up there. It's like, bitch, I'm not finna sit by myself, so I'm finna go up to the 2-seater. I start walking, and then I see Michael following me. I'm like, okay, he done kicked into his senses. He finna come sit up here. But then I also didn't notice that Stacy following us too, so I was like, I was just sitting up here cracking up in my head because I done already scoped the seats out, and I'm like, this bitch don't know it's only 2 seats up there. As we're approaching the seats upstairs and we're getting closer and closer, I'm just sitting up here cracking the fuck up because I'm like, it's only 2 seats, there's 3 of us, bitch. I know I can do simple math. That's 2. We get to the seats and I sat down. After I sat down, Michael sits down right next to me, and I was like, oh, looks like there's only 2 seats. This is a little tight. But of course, I ain't say that because I'm a little nice, and I just sat there and just kind of snickered to myself, waiting on the movie to come on. So she takes a look at me, and then she takes a look at him, and the bitch takes a seat on him. At this point, the movie hasn't even started yet, but I am pissed off. Like, I'm so pissed off, I'm finna call a movie attendant and get this bitch kicked out. Then finally the movie begins, and I'm just sitting here trying to enjoy the movie with this random Caucasian man next to me, sharing an armrest. And halfway through the movie, Michael, he keeps like nudging me and like hitting me, and I'm like, and he's just smiling all over my face and like kicking and shit like it's funny. He basically just kept on poking my buttons and pressing me all throughout the movie, messing with me. Hey, what time is it? You know, little random shit like that. I was not having it. So I took it upon myself to scoot all the way to the right in my seat and lean on this little random Caucasian man next to me. I'm not sure if that man was gay or what, but he was nice. He let me just like sit there and lean on him. And the movie is over, and I've like enjoyed the movie genuinely, but I'm still mad about this damn situation. As soon as the movie was over, like as soon as I saw credits, I hopped my ass up and I walked down them steps. I thought that Michael and Stacy were following me because I just made my exit because the movie was over and it was packed, crowded, and I'm pissed already. You know how you walk into the movie theater and then they had that little wall before you see the screen? Well, I get to like the little wall over there, and then I turn around and they black asses are nowhere to be found. Instead, Michael and Stacy booed up like they about to have date night, still sitting at the top of the theater. So at this point, I'm like, I can't believe myself. I'm like, how could I let such a thing happen? I sit at the little corner and I'm eyeing them. I'm just like, finally, they come walking down the steps, and I was like, it's not like I was trying to leave or anything, you know. Then Michael and Stacy finally come down the steps and they come to the little wall where I'm at. But then instead of stopping or saying anything to me or anything like that, they walk right on past me out the theater. And at this point, I'm like, put a damn red nose on me and just call me Boo Boo the Fool, because that's what I'm looking like right now. We all get outside and she's like, I'm cold. It's cold. Ah! And Michael is wearing a jacket, so then I give his ass the eye and I'm just like, you better not get this bitch your jacket, I swear to God. Michael might have been a fool, but he wasn't gonna be a dead man. He did not give her that jacket. Flashback to the beginning of the story. Stacy, how she got to the movie theater, her grandmother brought her there and we drove in his car. So at the end of the movie, I'm thinking that her grandmother was about to come scoop her up. You know what I'm saying? Instead, we're just standing outside and she's like, my grandma's not here. And he's like, did you call her? And then she's like, no. Why ain't you calling her? Why? He was like, do you want to sit in my car or whatever? And then she was like, can you just take me home? And he was like, yeah, I'll take you home. And I'm like, this Captain Save a hell ass nigga. Okay, you do that. After all this happens, he finally drops her off and he's sitting in the car talking to me and he like, what's wrong with you? And that was my story about my first date. Make sure you guys give it a thumbs up and you subscribe, and I'm gonna see you